Testimony has ended in the punishment phase of the capital murder trial of a 16-year-old boy. The teen pleaded true to committing the crimes in March when he was 15, shooting and killing a fellow student and wounding another student outside of Arlington Lamar High School. Jurors will decide his punishment between probation and 40 years confinement. Fox 4's Sean Rabb says the last day of testimony was dramatic and emotional. Sean.
And a lot of it, Clarice, including video of the boy back in August attacking a detention officer and trying to somehow escape. There was also a text message from the 16-year-old now to his father 3 minutes after the shooting saying, "Call police, they're shooting at my school." Prosecutors say he was trying to establish an alibi for what he had just done. And then today, testimony from that juvenile's mother who said justice must be served. The mother of the now 16-year-old who's pleaded true to capital murder and 3 counts of attempted murder took the stand. No excuses for what her son did.
Accountability has to be given. A life was taken. And even though this is my child, I love him. Accountability has to be given.
We blur her face, won't use her name to protect the juvenile's identity. She testified it was his decision to come here from Louisiana and his father wanted him, and that he never mentioned any sexual assault to her. She last saw him in October.
So if the representation was that you weren't involved, that you didn't care, that you didn't communicate with, that wouldn't be truthful or accurate, would it?
No, sir.
Exactly what defense attorney Lisa Herrick tried to prove.
Early on in this case, since I've represented him, do you remember telling me that you couldn't come visit because Chance was in prison, had truancy court?
Yes.
And that those were your priorities, not...
I didn't say that that wasn't my priority.
Before her testimony, prosecutors showed the boy repeatedly had disciplinary write-ups for refusing to follow the rules, especially 1 week in May and the week of August 18th, when the trial was first set. Cameras caught a detention officer bringing the boy toilet paper, being pushed by the teen. The officer backs up. The teen, in shorts and T-shirts and socks, picks up the keys, runs to a rec area, but can't get through that door. The detention officer follows the boy. He turns and hits him, knocking him down, hitting him in the head with the keys. That officer picks up a mop and swings at the kid. A second detention officer, Michael Blanford, enters the area and goes after the boy, who runs down a hallway. Blanford eventually restrained him and got him back to his room.
He stated that he opened my door and started punching me in my face.
Jurors could see that did not happen. Tarrant County Juvenile Deputy Director Jerome Grant testified that detention officer suffered a concussion and also admitted he did not follow policy, opening the door of a detainee without 2 officers present, and that the boy could not have gotten out. The state's final witness, Rashawn Jacobs, her son, Jashawn Poirier.
It's been very hard because I'm technically still trying to wrap my mind around this, and I'm stuck in this nightmare trying to come out of it.
The other side of this nightmare, the great aunt of the boy who took Jashawn Poirier's life, tearfully testifying she saw signs something was wrong with the boy and tried to get his father to get him help.
You know, we gave him some different ideas and things like that, but he just thought that he was, you know, he loved his son. He just thought that he was just a shy kid because he's shy.
Well, closing statements tomorrow morning starting at 8:30, deliberation by the jury, and then a decision on how long the 16-year-old will be confined tomorrow.